Let's go.
ATA for telling my dad to never contact me again after he chose his wife's mom over me. Hi everyone. I, 17F, am only really posting this since my dad's family and even my mom are telling me that I'm in the wrong. My parents got divorced when I was 12, and they had 50-50 custody, so I would stay with my dad for a week, then my mom. When I was 14, my dad got married to my stepmom. I refer to her as his wife. And I would only see them on the weekends until they moved, and I only saw them whenever they visited. My mom got full custody. Anyways, last month they moved back to our city and got a 2-bedroom house. My dad had promised me the room before he moved back and told me he could do 50-50 again if me and my mom were okay with it, and we were. I was so excited and even picked out furniture and bought stuff to decorate it. Anyways, they move into the house and invite me. They give me a tour and show me my room. I asked when I could start putting things in it, and that's when they told me that they were actually going to give the room to his wife's mom, and since I was going away to college soon, it wasn't like I was going to use the room much. They also told me that instead of staying the full week, that I can go on the weekends and sleep on their couch if I wanted to. I said no to that, and texted my mom to pick me up. It's been a month, and I ghosted my dad fully. He even came to try to talk to me, but I was at school. He's been contacting my mom too, which he hates doing. So I just decided that I didn't want to be in his life anymore, or have him in mine, even though I barely did. I talked to my mom, and for someone who hates my dad, she told me that I should just talk to him and spend time with him since I barely got to for 2 years. I just decided to cut him off. It sounds impulsive, I know. But I sent him a long message detailing how emotionally neglected and unwanted he made me feel, and to never contact me again. I blocked him, and blocked his side of the family. In the morning, my mom woke me up at 5 a.m. and asked what I did. Almost my dad's entire family have been blowing up her phone, asking what she said/did. That made me want to cut off my dad. During school, I even got a few messages from my cousins on Insta that I forgot to block insulting me. My mom showed me some of the messages, and some are insulting both of us. My dad even sent a message apologizing to me and said I broke his heart. His wife is sending disgusting messages towards my mom. I feel awful because I didn't expect them to attack not only me but my mom, harshly at that. I feel like I messed up and want to know if what I did was the right thing. Small update. My mom talked to my dad and set up a time to talk tomorrow after school. My mom's making me talk to him and reconcile, but I really don't want to. I'm trying to convince her not to force me to go, but she's threatening to take away my phone, laptop that I need for school, and other things. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Comments. Present Duck, 4273. Unblock him temporarily to let him know that his family and wife harassing you and your mom is exactly why you want no contact with any of them. He continues to take no accountability for his own actions and blame you and your mom instead. Tell him your mom is against your decision, but his family's attack has reassured you that you made the right decision. I would even send screenshots of messages. Ask him to call off his family and nasty wife. That for now you stand by your decision, and that maybe in the future you will change your mind. But if it continues, it will only drive you further from him. At that point, you can either leave him unblocked to get a response, or reblock. Sparkig1RL. This is not okay. You're NTA. Your dad took away your room to give to his wife's mother, and then said you can sleep on the couch? WTF, how often does her mom visit? He barely saw you or made any effort. Why keep emotionally damaging yourself? I'd tell his family well he chose his wife over me years ago. I guess I shouldn't be surprised he chose her mother over me too. I decided I don't deserve to be treated as an old sweater only useful when he needs me. OP. Yeah, exactly. Also from my knowledge not much. Her mom is wild and goes to Vegas a lot. Basically lives there, and she's rarely home in her own house now, so like she won't be in the room much either, unless she's back in town too, which, probably a lot as she won't need to pay bills. Thank you so much. Asterisk, asterisk, judgment, NTA, asterisk, asterisk. Update 2 days later. Hi guys. Right now I'm at a friend's house and going to stay the night. If you guys saw the small update I did on my last post, my mom was making me see my dad in person today to try and reconcile. She was threatening to take away things I need and use like my phone. So I had to go. After school, she picked me up and we drove to his house. I made sure to try and mentally prepare what I wanted to say/do. I really didn't want to talk to him, but since I was forced, I decided to take some advice from my last post and basically just talk about times I felt neglected and why I wanted to cut him off, including the harassment from his family. When I got there, I thought it was just going to be him, me and Mom, but I was wrong. My mom came inside with me, but my dad told me to sit in the dining room and wait. They stayed talking at the door, and I went to the dining room. My dad's wife, who I'll just call Becca since it's close to her name, and her mom were sitting there. They told me to sit down while we wait for my dad. These women looked so angry at me, and I felt uncomfortable. I sat and was on my phone, and I could just feel and see them staring. I wanted to get up and leave, but my dad eventually came and sat down. He told me we needed to talk, but I asked him where my mom was, and he said that she left. I asked why, and he ignored me. Then he started talking about how sorry he was for what I felt, but that Becca's mom wanted the room, and she already broke her lease from her apartment and was thinking of quitting her job. Guys, this lady is 53 and acts like she's my age. She's gotten fired from all her jobs or quit because they were hard. For everyone thinking of a small, frail old lady, you're wrong. Picture someone who loves Vegas, drinking and party. There you go. I was mad. They all took turns talking and basically said words that mean, "We're sorry if you're upset, but you're dramatic, and you being dramatic affects us, so we'll give you a bunch of excuses and make you seem like the bad guy." I just wanted to leave, so I said something like, "This isn't just because of the room, it's the promises that were broken and how you treat me." And I gave examples of things he's done that hurt me, including the harassment, and when I mentioned it, Becca snorted and rolled her eyes at me and told me that I'm being dramatic with the word harassment, and it was towards my mom and not me. Me and Becca got into an argument, but it was more like me going, "Okay, sure, but you still did this," and her excusing it and raising her voice. I decided to end that and just tell them that I'm not going to reconcile with them. If I have to talk to them in the future, I will only if necessary. But for now, I don't want to build a relationship since we haven't had one in years. When I asked when my mom was coming back, they told me she wasn't until Monday. This is when I got really upset and went outside. I didn't want to be inside or around them anymore, and I texted my mom for an hour straight. I even walked to a small plaza nearby just so I could be away from them. My mom didn't answer, and it was getting late. I didn't want to involve my friends or anything, but it seemed like the only choice, so I asked one of my friends if she could come pick me up and if I can stay with her. She said yes, and now I'm at her house. She's doing homework right now, so I'm just in her living room watching TV, waiting for her to be done. Her mom told me I can stay the whole weekend if I'm okay with going to church on Sunday and can borrow my friend's clothes. I texted my mom and let her know I'm staying with a friend, and I still haven't heard back from her. I think she turned her phone off. Honestly, I want to cry out of anger. I'm so confused as to what happened. I'm mad, very mad, but also very numb. I don't know what this means. I left my mom voicemails crying, asking why she left and wasn't picking up and venting to her, so I guess maybe I feel numb because of that. Who knows? I'll try to give you guys an update, but who knows what that will be? Comments. Armorer, this is such a depressing update. I didn't expect your mother to abandon you like this, but at least you have your friends. Can you maybe stay with them for a while? Sapphire Tiger Scales. OP. Not saying to leave your friend's house, but if either of your parents report you as a runaway, it can get your friend and their parents in trouble. Big legal jail time trouble. I helped a runaway friend whose parents were forcing him into drugs and beating him, but it wasn't them that got in trouble. It was me for keeping him safe. If you are in the U.S., please call the non-emergency police number for your city and say you are reporting your whereabouts after a fight. and bad communication along with your parents. Tell them you did not feel safe in your dad's household and tried to contact your mom, but couldn't, so you went to a place you feel safe. That way, if your dad calls you in as a runaway, your friend and their parents will be a little protected. Mom loved coffee. Your mom just left you to be attacked by your dad's wife and her mooch mother? I just cannot fathom doing that to my daughter. I also cannot fathom being your parent and watching my significant other tell my child they're being dramatic because they're tired of broken promises. I can imagine you didn't feel safe and needed to get away. I'm glad you're staying at your friend's house. Your dad isn't worth your time because of his wife. Just let them be. I would imagine that your parents are trying to cut down on his support by getting you sometimes, i.e., your dad pays less, and your mom gets a break while you stay with your dad. If your dad wants to see you, tell him teenage girls need privacy. He can either kick mooching to the curb or get a bigger house/apartment/condo. Vuka. She got sat in front of a firing squad. The mom needs a damn good reason or a response, otherwise their relationship is going to be forever strained. Shashank 08. Your mom leaving you there was wrong. She should have protected you, not forced you to stay in a bad situation. You didn't deserve that.